The investigation into the shooting of Tamir Rice in Cleveland is ongoing. Remember, this 12-year-old got shot back in November of last year, and authorities are still investigating it to decide whether or not the shooting officer in the case should be charged with anything. Now, the reason why that's important to bring up is because it turns out Cleveland has asked Tamir Rice's family to drop a civil lawsuit that they have filed against the police department. In fact, according to the Washington Post, the request penned by city lawyers says that delaying the lawsuit will protect the two officers involved in the shooting from making statements now before knowing if they'll be charged with a crime.
Oh, wow. That sounds really compelling. Because I'm sure Tamir Rice's parents are really looking forward to protecting those officers. I can't believe they wrote this. Why would they want to protect the officers?
Because the officers are not going to face any charges. It's already very clear to me, based on the way the city is handling this. First of all, it's been 5 months. Tamir Rice's body has not been buried yet because they're still investigating. It takes 5 months to investigate a shooting like this?
Right. And the family's worried that if they bury him, then they're going to have to dig him back up. I mean, this is horrible, but it's true for evidence.
Right.
And so, look, you have no grounds to ask the family for this in the first place. You shot their 12-year-old son. I mean, again, put yourself in their shoes. I mean, do you know your kids, if you had them, okay, or if you were when you were a kid? I know when I was a kid, I played with toy guns all the time. I had like 30 toy guns. I was so proud of that collection. Mm-hmm. If they shoot someone you love who's 12 years old because they had a toy gun, remember, the critical fact here is they shot him within 2 seconds of arriving.
Yeah, we have
2 seconds.
We have the video. I always want to show the video to the audience. For those of you who might have not seen it, for those of you who might have forgotten who Tamir Rice is, considering all the other police brutality cases we've been talking about on the show, take a look at this video. Police show up and within 2 seconds, boom, they shoot and kill this 12-year-old kid who's playing with a toy gun. Didn't even give him an opportunity to explain himself. Didn't even pose an imminent threat to the police officials. It's just sick. So he's over there at the top of the screen. You can see him walking around. That was it.
So there, as you see in the video, they didn't give the kid a chance. It's when they come back around to the other side of the car, you think like, no, the shooting's already happened. They pull up, boom, shoot him dead, and they're done with it. So then you have the unmitigated gall to ask the family, hey, listen, can you guys hold off on suing us because it might hurt those cops' chances in a criminal case? Are you kidding me? Is this some sort of stupid joke? Yeah, I hope it hurts their chances in a criminal case. No, I'm not going to hold off. And then you haven't finished your investigation in 5 months? And then you tell me, no, I should wait longer before I sue you. Are you insane? Now, I mean, once again, Cleveland authorities spitting in their eye. You know, over and over again, they sent some police thug on TV, and we covered that on the show before to try to intimidate everybody. Hey, we're the ones that protect you. And it was in the case of a Cleveland athlete on the football team who had protested the shooting. Like, oh, they might want to know that maybe they're not going to get that protection. What protection? What protection? You shoot 12-year-olds dead in 2 seconds. You don't even ask questions. And now you don't do the investigation for 5 months. Then you turn around and tell the family members, oh, you know, as I was saying, you got a 12-year-old son, and then they turn around and tell you, oh, no, you should protect the cops who shot him in 2 seconds? Are you mental?
So they did respond to it, which I really want to get to. First of all, it's important to note that Tamir Rice's mother has moved into a homeless shelter for 2 reasons. First reason is the home is very, very close to where the shooting happened, and she's having a difficult time living there. And also, as this investigation takes forever, they're incurring more and more costs. So in a court filing dated Monday, Rice's family said they cannot agree to hold off their lawsuit until the investigation is complete, in part because they are worried that crucial evidence could be lost. In addition, they said the elongated pace at which the investigation is moving is causing them sustained distress. In particular, Samaria Rice, Tamir Rice's mother, has since been forced to move to a homeless shelter because she could no longer live next to the killing field of her son.
Where she lives, I think, is an interesting point, and it grabs some headlines. To me, the much more egregious thing is to ask this family to not pursue justice on their terms on the off chance that Cleveland might ever get to pursuing justice for the shooting of their son. I can guarantee you this, if a non-cop had shot a cop's 12-year-old son who was playing with a toy gun, it wouldn't have taken 5 months to file charges, taken about 5 minutes to file charges if they hadn't found that guy and beat him to death or tased him to death or shot him to death immediately.
Yeah.
So there's two different justice in this country, one for the authorities and the powerful and one for the rest of us. And then after you laugh at us and don't do anything for 5 months, then you turn around and say, no, can you now delay your own justice that you're seeking?
I think
the answer is fuck no.